You're about to discover why flamingos are way more fascinating than you ever thought. No one. They can only eat with their heads upside down. Have you ever tried eating with your head upside down? It's not easy, right? You'd probably choke on your own spit. But for flamingos, it's a piece of cake. Their unique beak is perfectly suited for this upside-down feeding. When they dive into the water, their upper beak acts like a scoop, helping them capture fish and other yummy foods. And because their lower beak is so flexible, they can easily flip it up to help them swallow their food. Most birds have to swallow their food whole, but flamingos are too smart for that. They use their beaks to crack open their food before swallowing it. That means they can eat smaller fish that other birds can't. Number 2, they have pink algae growing inside their bodies. Some people think flamingos turn pink because they eat pink shrimp, but that's not true. If flamingos only ate pink shrimp, their feathers would turn pink, not their flesh. But look at this flamingo. Can you see anything that's pink? Right, their legs, feet, beak, and wattles are all pink. So what's going on there? Well, when flamingos eat algae growing on rocks in lakes and rivers, their bodies absorb some of the red pigments from the algae. This gives the flamingos a pinkish color. Wow. This is the same reason why flamingos living near green algae are often green. However, flamingos don't choose to eat this algae. They're kind of forced to because it's usually the only thing available where they live. This is also why most flamingos are born with white or gray feathers. They just haven't had enough time to develop their pink feathers yet. But if a young flamingo eats green algae, its feathers will turn green instead of pink. Pretty cool, huh? No. 3. A group of male flamingos will isolate one female from the flock to mate with her turn by turn. You heard that right. Male flamingos will do whatever it takes to get a chance to mate with a female, even if it means taking turns. But how does this work exactly? Well, it starts with a ritual called the dance. The males form a circle around the female and perform a special dance, bowing their heads and raising their tails in the air. The female watches them closely, bobbing her head up and down to show which male she wants to mate with next. After mating, the male that successfully mates with the female will be the only one allowed to care. For the egg, while the others continue dancing to impress her, he'll guard the nest for 28 days until the chick hatches, and then he'll take care of it for another 6 to 8 weeks until it's old enough to fend for itself. 4. They poop out colored balls. Flamingo poop comes in all sorts of colors, like white, yellow, green, blue, and even red. But what gives? Why aren't they all brown like every other bird's poop? Well, it all has to do with their diet. Flamingos eat algae, crustaceans, and fish, all of which have different pigments that end up in the flamingo poop. For example, blue-green algae can make their poop turn blue. On the other hand, red crustaceans like krill can make their poop turn red. But sometimes flamingos poop out multicolored balls. This happens when they eat algae and crustaceans at the same time. However, there's more to these colored balls than meets the eye. They're actually a special treat for flamingos when their chicks hatch. These colored balls are a source of protein, fat, and important minerals like calcium. So in a way, flamingos pooping out colored balls is like them leaving their chicks little gifts. And number 5, their tears are their only defense against malaria. When flamingos are born, they're already infected with malaria. That's because they get passed down from their parents through their eggs. Luckily for the flamingos, they have a secret weapon against this deadly disease: their tears. Yes, those salty drops rolling down their cheeks are actually a way for flamingos to fight off malaria. See, when a mosquito carrying malaria bites a flamingo, the mosquito spits some of its saliva into the flamingo's bloodstream. This saliva contains proteins that help the malaria parasite grow. But when the flamingo cries, its tears mix with the proteins in its saliva and break them apart. This stops the malaria parasite from growing in its body. Not only do flamingos use their tears to fight off malaria, but they also spread them around their nest to repel biting flies and keep their eggs safe. So next time you're feeling sad, remember, your tears could be a life-saving superpower. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more nature videos. Thanks for watching. See ya.